Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be talking about one of the quads that I bought from Girlcult. So this is a Chinese beauty brand. These are very popular, especially on TikTok, and I bought 6 of them this summer. I had them for a while and I've only showcased them on my channel once, so I really wanted to come back now that I've had them for a while and I've used them all at least a couple times and do a dedicated video on each one. Part of that to show them off because I bought them, they're pretty, and part of that to use them more because I haven't used these as much as I should. And part of my goal for this year is to showcase things that I have and I enjoy, or I have and I love. That's not necessarily always a brand new product. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Colin and I'm a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup. And I really like sparkly indie eyeshadow and high-end and luxury formulas. And I tend to be pretty analytical in the content I make. I try really hard just to make thoughtful, analytical videos. And I have new content every week, so I'd really love to have you subscribe. Okay, so like I said, this is one of 6 quads that I bought. They have come out with some more since then, not too much, and they've started making some bigger palettes as well. I haven't bought any of those. I did buy these this summer. I bought them through the TikTok shop, which is the only thing I've ever bought off TikTok because it was an insane deal. I think I got all 6 of them for like $25. But you can buy them regularly from other other websites that sell Asian beauty brands and Sea Beauty. This is quad number 52. It is one of the 2. I have 2 from like multiple sets, and this has this interesting like silver, black, and blood red kind of packaging. I love the packaging of these. They are hard to store because I keep them in a little bin with other quads and they just kind of fall over and be in the shape, but I still really like them. This is one that I bought even though I was like a little hesitant because if you're not new here, I don't really enjoy red or pink eyeshadow. Sometimes a red, it has to be kind of an earthy red or more of a blood red, but historically I don't like the way red eyeshadow looks on me. Lip, yes, just not eyeshadow. And this is more of a red quad, but I was really intrigued by this black with the red in it. This looks kind of bricky, which I like in a red, and then this shade looks like something I'd use all the time. So I have used this a handful of times, but I wanted to show it off on camera in case you are looking at these and you want to see what they look like, how they perform, especially if you have a similar skin tone to me. I'm gonna have videos over the next few weeks or so, one per each one of these that I have. Just hopefully that will be helpful if you've been searching for someone using them, especially now that TikTok might be going away. So this should be a fairly short video. I'm gonna do swatches of all 4 on the back of my hands. You can see them. And then I'm gonna try them on the eyes so you can see how the shadows perform and what the tones look like. I do like the formula in these. It's not my absolute favorite formula, but it is really nice. I did wanna say something came last night that I'm very excited about, and I want to know if you would like a video on it or if I should just use it in like a get ready with me or what you would like. Let me know in the comments. But I bought the Unearthly Just a Taste palette. So this was kind of their holiday palette in November, and I bought it. They have a pre-order going for March, and it's still going. You can still buy it. I ordered this right before that started, so I did just get this. It did say it would be in March, but it already shipped. But they still have a pre-order open for March in case you wanted to see this on other skin tones or you want to see swatches and looks from me with this. I did just get this last night, so I haven't touched it, but really love this color story. Even with the red, I do like a tomatoey red as a blush and a lip, so we'll see how I like it on the eyes. But how olivey and desaturated some of these tones are and desaturated some of these other tones are, I had to get this. This is very much me. So excited to play with this. Let me know if you want to see an actual like dedicated video on it. Otherwise, I'll probably just try to throw it in here or there. So as far as my makeup details, this is what I was wearing to work today. I just touched up my lip and my blush and stuff. But I am trying another new product that I'm working on a review for, and it is the new Lisa Eldridge concealers. So I bought a few shades. Here are 2 of them. Really liking these so far. Today is the 2nd day I've worn them. So a review will be coming soon. I've done some wear tests, I've done some other stuff, but I am wearing those. So I wore her skin tint today, which is my favorite, kind of all over most of my face, not really my forehead. because it's a good shade match. And I used those to spot conceal. And if you know me, that is most of the concealing I do and most of the coverage I do. So I used that to spot conceal. Used a little Victoria Beckham under the eyes because this isn't an under eye concealer. And then a little bit of blush and bronzer and stuff. I wore the KJH blush today, and before I got on camera, I touched it up with a little bit of the House Labs powder blush and repowdered so I wasn't as shiny, and I put my Merit lipstick on. Really like the way my skin looks. It looked like this all day, just repowdered, but the skin tint and these concealers look great. But I will have a review of that in the next week, I'm assuming. Okay, so for swatches, I do have an olive undertone. I don't have any lotion or anything on my hands. So I'll do the 2 mattes and then the more shimmery shades. So these don't have names or numbers or anything, so there's just this first shade. These are very silky. They are a very silky formula. You can see there's a little bit of kick up in the pan, but not too much. But they're a very, I wouldn't say creamy. They don't feel like creamy, they feel silky. So those are the 2 matte, like true matte shades. Really love that shade. I've grabbed it for that shade a couple times. And there's the red. It's a really pretty red. There's the shade here, which is black with some red spots in it, and actually does show up as you use it. You can see a little bit more of the red is coming through. It's kind of a satin black with a red shift. So I think I'm gonna use that today. And then this shade is like a pink, gold, green, shifty shade. A little thinner feeling. It's not like a thick, creamy multi-chrome like a lot of brands have. It is very thin feeling, really pretty. Here is that satin shade. You can see that red shift in there. It's so pretty. Not normally my thing, but love it. And then I'll put the other shade up here. And you can see, yeah, it's like a thinner formula. Like some you'll see, kind of like the Nomad multi-chromes are a little thinner. They're not as thick as like a Divina or a Terra Moons. Like those are have a little more body to them. This is a very lightweight, thin formula with lots of sparkle. So those are the swatches. And you can see the shift is pretty apparent even like this. There's a little bit of green there. There's the pink and there's like gold there. And then there's lots of sparkle. Okay, so I just zoomed you in a little bit more. And I'm gonna grab, this is a rougher brush. I already put a little bit of my NARS eyeshadow base down. And I'm just gonna grab this rougher brush. This is a rougher 1. I have a bunch of these, it's my go-to. And I'm gonna use this shade as the base of the look. And you can see there is kick up. So if that bothers you, you might not like this, but they are a very silky, soft formula. There's a lot of pickup on the brush, so I always tap off. I'm actually gonna try to use the mirror and peel this off. And then I'm going to press this all over the lid. I just want this to be the base. Also, that gives you an idea of what this shade looks like. It's like a perfect one and done, like neutral brown. I do want to say, again, sorry for the lack of content lately. I've had at least 1 video a week, but not as much as normal. I'm just dealing with a bit of a fatigue flare-up. I do have post-COVID syndrome, long COVID issues that I'm still dealing with 2 years later, and I have fibromyalgia, so like sometimes it's just really hard to function. And work's been a little stressful lately, but there will be an update about that soon, I assume. I do have a channel membership and I normally post videos early, sometimes like a full week early. I try it anytime I'm actually I'm not behind, like I'm actually working ahead and on schedule. I tend to have at least 1 or 2 videos ahead per month for members, and then you can also get emojis and stuff, but I'm gonna also start, I think this month, a member exclusive video, like a check-in or something the members vote on. And I think a check-in and life update will be this next one. I'm gonna try to film it this weekend. But really like this shade. It's like a perfect, just neutral sculpting shade. Okay, so I just repeated that on the other eye. And then I think I wanna focus on the black kind of satin shade all over the lid, but I do wanna dust a little bit of the red so you can see it. just picked up a smaller brush, and you can see it is very red, but it is definitely a more of a brick red. So you can keep it a little bit more neutral by skipping this shade, but there is red in the black. So I did want to just show off that red so you can see the difference it makes. Might be able to hear Bean. Someone just made a noise in the hallway, so she is waking up. Hi, Bean. Okay, so I meant to put that more just on the lid, but that works. I think I'm gonna blend a little bit more of the brown around the edges. And then you can see it adds a little bit, it makes it warm, but a little less red. So if you're like me and you're not the biggest fan of like true red on the eyes, that can help. Okay, I'm gonna repeat this on the other eye. So now to try this black, and then I'll eventually incorporate some of that. So I just picked up a flat brush. It does feel, yeah, it's a little less, it's a little more creamy because it's a satin, and so there's less kick up than the mattes, but it's just so pretty. And then you definitely still see that red. I was worried when I got this that it would end up just being a plain black. Bean has decided to go eat dinner, so you will probably hear that. And you could just put this on the outer part and use it like a matte black, but because it has that red shift, I really want to embrace it and do a smoky eye with it. Plus, it's the end of the day. If it looks a little crazy, it doesn't matter. So that's one layer with a brush, and there's just like a red sheen to it, so it's like a black smoky eye, but like a little special, a little different, which just kind of feels like the Girlcult vibes. I don't know why I have a hard time saying that. A little gothy in general. Yeah, you can see that like red sheen. That's why I didn't put the red all over the lid, because it will intensify that a bit. And I wanted you to see how it looked without the red underneath. I really like that. You did that on the other eye. I like a smoky eye. I would probably, I'm gonna put a little bit more of the brown, I think, underneath in a second. But this is the basis. I am curious if you have this, let me know if the more you use this, if this turns into just a plain black, if the like red is more overspray, or if it's running throughout it, because it does seem to melt into it more than most oversprays would, but I haven't used that, dug into that shade enough to really know. But I do really like this way this looks so far. I'm just gonna take that first brush, put a little bit of the brown underneath to kind of balance it and buff the edges a bit. Okay, so you could definitely leave it like this, especially if I relax my eyes. So I wouldn't put the red, it'd be a little more neutral, but like, whatever. I like this look. I feel like it deserves a vampy lip and more mascara than I'm currently wearing. I have my Surratt lash tint on, but like this so far, but I am gonna put a little bit of this on top. So you could obviously just put it on the inner corner and leave it smoky, but I'm gonna tap it over the black to really bring out the shift in the sparkle. It's really pretty. I have tried these over the Pat McGrath Intensify stick, and I don't like it as much. I think I like it a little bit better without a tacky base. The shimmers from Girlcult, at least. But if you've tried any of their eyeshadows, I'd be curious what you think. And then I'm just taking the excess on my finger and letting some of that sparkle come up here so it's not like a perfect crease. Okay, so I'm going to go put on a little bit more mascara and wipe off my hands, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and this is the finished look. I just went ahead and took one of those Lisa concealers and touched up the edge a little bit, and then applied some more mascara. I was wearing the Surratt lash tint, which is very natural, and so I threw on an actual mascara over it for a little bit more drama, just because I felt like, and added some to the bottom, since bold smoky eye feels like it needs bigger lashes and I don't want to put on falsies. And then I redid my lipstick, but I really like this. It's smoky, it's fun, but it's I don't think I have another quad that would, or palette that would create quite this look because of the black with the red in it and this specific shimmer. But let me know what you think. I really like this. I will try to insert a video here, like in different lightings. You can see the sparkle on the eyes. I really like the shimmer over this. This is the palette, this is the quad that I was like the most concerned where I was like, I don't know, but because they're so cheap, I'm just gonna get it anyway. And I'm really glad. This is actually, I like it more than some of the ones that I was initially excited to buy when I did the order. But that's also part of why it takes a while to build a relationship with makeup, and you're not gonna really know how you feel about something after using it 1 or 2 times, and why I like to revisit things. But yeah, I really like this. So let me know what you think of the look. Let me think, what, you know, have you tried the quad? Have you tried Girlcult in general? Let me know if you want to see more on them. I definitely can buy more stuff if there's things that you're really interested in a review of. But let me know what you think. And then, like I said, I will have videos on the other quads that I bought coming over the next few weeks, probably one every week or so for a little while. I guess for about 6 weeks, because I have 6 of them. Okay, so I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you got all the way to the end. And remember to like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference and helps me a lot. And I will see you all in my next video.